Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip where a fat activist says human beings need to eat 3 times a day. We're not animals, implying that only animals can live off of the fat that they've stored. Unlike other animals, we stored this excess fat for some other reason, not to be used for fuel later on. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips. Before we begin this video, I would like you to take a shot every time she says the word nourish. Yeah, it's going to be one of those kind of videos. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Alright, this is Bethany. We've seen from her before. She's going to be responding to this comment that reads, "Oh my god, it won't hurt you to miss a meal. As much blubber you have, you can hibernate all winter long and be fine. Gluttony doesn't look good on you." Not a very friendly comment. Let's see how she responds.
Hey Jasmine, so sorry, I just got out of the shower and I'm a little congested right now, but I really wanted to drop you a little video.
Drop you a little video?
To reply to this, because it would actually hurt to miss a meal because I'm a human being.
Human beings can't miss a meal.
And I need to eat in order to survive. I am not a bear. I don't hibernate.
Okay, so when other animals eat excess calories, they store it as fat to be used as energy at a later time. When human beings eat excess calories, they store the fat to be used for nothing later on. I guess we don't work the same way. This is bizarre, right? I would love to skip a meal, but what am I, a bear? I can't hibernate. This is a completely different angle that we've never seen from fat activism before.
I'm not a whale, contrary to what you might think.
Whales and bears can live off of their fat. Human beings?
I do have some blubber. You're right, I am fat. That is a very astute observation. However, I am human. I'm not an animal like that. So I do actually have to eat.
Okay, animals don't have to eat. Humans do. I'm learning a lot.
You know, at least 3 meals a day.
Okay.
However, even though I am not actually a whale, I do speak whale. So, let me see if I can get this. One sec. You are...
Oh my god, dude. Oh, this thing is really going off the rails, fam. What the hell, man?
So unkind.
Oh, that's whale speak? I thought it would have been a bunch of high-pitched sonar. Dude, I don't know what sort of whale dialect that is, but where I come from, we speak whale like this. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Sorry, did that seem a little orca-y to you? I don't know.
I don't know what I would call that.
Maybe I should try a different dialect. Maybe humpback? Let me see.
What? So that's humpback now, okay.
Kind. Sorry, I know.
Oh, Bethany, things are really going off the rails, dude. Oh.
I'm a little rusty. It's been a few years, but hopefully I get the message across.
You did get the message across. Whatever meds you're on, they need to increase your dose. Okay, so that was interesting. Apparently Bethany thinks that only animals can store fat to be used as energy later on. When we store excess fat, it's just for the heck of it. You can't live off of this or anything. I'm not a bear, dude. I'm not a whale. Whales are known for living off of their blubber for extended periods, I guess. I don't know where she came up with that. Next, now she's going to be responding to this comment that reads, "Looks like you could afford to skip a meal or two." Just start making whale sounds again.
So, this video is not going to be directed toward this person because clearly it's not going to matter what I say. They've already made their mind up about me and have their opinion solidified about who I am as a person without actually knowing me.
They don't know who you are as a person because they said, "Looks like you could afford to skip a meal or two." Well, I don't think that assessment was based on your character or anything because it says, "Looks like you could afford to skip a meal or two. So I believe that their comment is just based on a visual assessment of the situation.
So this video is going to be directed towards others who might be struggling.
Then why do you have their comment on there? If you don't have a good retort to this person, don't even put their comment up on the screen.
With their own self-image and body and worth. This message is for you. You do not need to listen to messages like this.
Yes, you just need to make a response video and highlight the message in question to give this person attention.
And I know, because I listened to messages like this.
But then you remembered that human beings can't store fat to be used as energy later.
For so long. For so long, I thought I needed to skip meals and I was not deserving of nourishing my body.
Ever to the point where you lost weight. This is the same person that made a video in the past claiming to have a restrictive ED. Or they said my ED was screaming at me and I wasn't gonna let it win, so I ate a bunch of ho-ho cakes, or whatever the situation was. Here's a link to that video.
Because I thought it was too big, and other people told me it was too big.
But it wasn't.
You deserve to eat, no matter what size your body is.
Well, when you say deserve to eat, you're acting like all food is identical and all has a similar nutritional value. Everybody deserves to eat something, right? Nobody should be starving, but there's a huge difference between eating a bunch of highly processed, fattening garbage and eating actual healthy food. Somebody who is 1,200 pounds has not been nourishing themselves. They've been eating highly palatable, processed food that has made them that size, and they're addicted to it.
No matter what you have done today, whether it was good choices or bad choices, you deserve to eat.
Okay. What if I just ate 5 times already? Do I still deserve to eat? What if I have outgrown all of my clothes and I just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Do I deserve to eat? When we say deserve, we act like somebody is bestowing this upon us, right? When people say I deserve to eat, they're fighting a war against some imaginary authority figure. A lot of people are stuck in stunted development. Like the things that you're doing today are still to stick it to mommy and daddy as a child or some stupid nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents never let me eat cinnamon toast. So today I'm eating all the cinnamon toast. That's called not growing up.
I spent the majority of my life, and when I say majority of my life, I mean over 20 years of my life dieting and trying to make myself smaller.
Oh boy. You've been trying to learn Spanish for 20 years, and all you can muster up is an hola. That's not the fault of Spanish. I tried to lose weight, and I couldn't. Therefore, weight loss is dangerous and stupid. Or you just didn't do it right.
And skipping meals. And all it left me was even lower self-worth and an eating disorder.
I would say if you've been struggling to lose weight this whole time, that you already had an ED, but it was binge ED. You understand that with the binge ED, there are periods of restriction as well, the calm before the storm, if you will. Most people with binge ED do not just gorge themselves 24/7. There are periods of restriction.
We do not skip meals anymore. We love our bodies.
Eating highly processed food is just as bad for you as skipping meals if you were underweight.
And we will take care of our bodies. And even if that means having to use resources in order to get food if things are tight.
Okay, well, I can agree with that. That's fine. If you have to use a food pantry or something because times are tough, you got to do what you got to do. I ain't judging you for that. A lot of people have in other videos that she's released. But that is not the focus of this video.
So if you are struggling tonight, please know that comments like this and people who comment things like this are not right. It is not okay to think these things and to say these things.
I agree that it's not a very nice comment.
You deserve to nourish your body.
Stop saying nourish your body. God, I hate that terminology so much. It's always somebody that's morbidly obese talking about nourishing your body, and it's always in reference to like eating cake or something.
Because your body is magnificent.
Is my body a wonderland? Like that John Mayer song? I think that was John Mayer. Body is a wonderland. I have no idea how that goes. It's been so long.
It is a work of art.
My body is magnificent. It is a work of art. Thank you very much. I have been working hard on my physique. Oh, that's not what you mean. You mean people that have done nothing. Their body is a work of art. Damn it, I thought you were talking to me. That comment was for my plus-size babes.
It is perfection.
Thank you, Bethany. Damn.
You are made of magic and stardust, and that...
I am? I'm made of magic and stardust and all this type of stuff. So what you're telling me is that I have omnipotence and omnipresence, and no one can stop me. And I'm only gonna grow more powerful by the day. Fools! Fools!
deserves to be honored. So please eat something tonight. You deserve it. I love you. Hang in there.
Okay, I love you too. I'll try to hang in there. You telling me that my body is a beautiful sculpture and a work of art was pretty nice. That was pretty sweet, honestly. Thank you. My body is a wonderland. Next. Now she's going to be responding to this comment that reads, but about half of that. Disgusting.
Okay, so this response here is in response to a video I made where I, a grown adult, was eating a sandwich, a full-size sandwich.
Okay, you were not a child when you were eating this sandwich. You were an adult at the time.
And this commenter, who does not have a face.
Don't try to take the piss out of user 598-218-968-31089.
Believes that I should only be eating half of that sandwich instead of the full sandwich, and the fact that I am eating the full sandwich is disgusting.
Disgusting. They said it like that?
Now I, a grown adult, know very well that
You are an adult.
I need to nourish my grown...
Stop it. Hold on.
know very well that I need to nourish my grown adult body. Which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to eat a full sandwich.
That's how you nourish.
And for the record, it was like 2 pieces of sandwich bread. I'm not talking like a foot-long sub here. And even if I was eating a foot-long sub, I have every right to do so.
You were eating 2 pieces of sandwich bread. How does that differ from regular bread? I don't know.
Believe me, user bunch of numbers. I have spent a lot of my life only eating half of things because I thought that's all I deserved.
But now you know that you deserve to become obese. My body deserves to be obese, okay? I deserve to be tired. I deserve to have knee pain. I deserve to be out of breath. Nourish me cakes. Nourish me pies.
But really, I deserve to nourish my body. This glorious, magnificent body of mine has kept me alive for 33 years.
Your body kept you alive. So we're making such an attempt to separate ourselves from our bodies that now our body is just like a house that we live in that has cared for us all of these years, and now we need to do our body a solid and care for it by feeding it highly processed addictive sweets. My body has done such a good job taking care of me, I want to return the favor, so I'm gonna go eat a whole pizza to myself. Your stomach's rumbling, it's like, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, shit's getting weird.
So I'm going to keep nourishing it so it can continue to keep me alive.
So is there any food that you could possibly eat that would be unhealthy and would be not nourishing it? Or like literally anything that you can chew and digest brings some sort of nourishment?
As I had stated in the previous video that you commented on, we all deserve to nourish ourselves.
Right. If you say nourish one more time, I think I'm going to have an out-of-body experience, dude. I swear.
In whatever way we need to. So if that means making a sandwich for breakfast, which is what I was doing in that video, I'm going to do that because I'm going to take care of my body. And for anyone else out there who's struggling, especially with portions, you're allowed to eat the whole thing. You don't have to cut it in half. You don't have to make it your portion smaller.
Is there anything that we have to do to take care of ourselves at all? Or should we shower? Should we brush our teeth at all? Or that doesn't really matter either?
You are allowed to eat your food and enjoy your food, and that's okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go eat my lunch now.
Thank you for telling me that I'm allowed to eat my food, Bethany. I don't know what I would have done without this.
I've made myself another sandwich, and I'm gonna eat the whole thing probably because I'm hungry. So let's be kind to each other. Let's be nice. And calling each other disgusting is not very kind. So do better. Have a day.
Do better, have a day, she said. Instead of have a good day, have a day. That must be some new passive-aggressive thing that the kids are all doing these days. Oh my God. Have a day. Not a good one, just a day. Now we're going to figure out how to deal with your child calling somebody fat in public from one of my favorite creators, Aubrey Hoff, PhD.
The social nightmare that a lot of parents have is that they'll be in public with their child only to have their child say, "Wow, that person is so fat."
Oh, Timmy, stop calling people fat in the store. That person is so fat.
I'm getting my PhD in developmental psychology and I study body image.
I study body image. Well, that's not a PhD wasted at all. Let's see, it says here that you did studies in body image. I think we're gonna have to pass. There's nothing wrong with my body. Fat is not a dirty word.
Here are some tips that I have. The first is what you don't want to do, which is go, no, they're not fat. Don't say that. That's horrible.
Why can't we do that? That's what I do. Mommy, why is that person so fat? Timmy, they're sitting right there. They can hear you. You idiot. I told you to keep it down. We'll laugh about it later. God, stupid kids. Jeez.
Because when you do that, all you're doing is further stigmatizing being fat and teaching the child that being fat is a bad thing.
We need to embrace fatness, little Timmy.
How you deal with this situation depends on the context. Fat can be a loaded word for a lot of people, so no, you probably don't want to say, "Yeah, they're pretty fat," right in front of someone who could take offense to that.
But we need to embrace the word fat and not run from it. We don't want to stigmatize it, so we do need to fully embrace it. We need to say, "Yes, Timothy, that person is fat, and it's beautiful, and they are no lesser for it."
So it's likely better just to say, "Hey, let's not talk about people's bodies."
See, this is where we walk a fine line between trying to say that the word fat is okay and that it's offensive. Trying to say that it's okay and it is not offensive is really silly, especially when a little child is pointing and laughing at you for it, right? Like, "Look, that person is fat." It's hard to tell them, "Yes, Timothy, that person is fat, and that's okay. And the word fat need not be stigmatized." Like, that's real bizarre. Are we going to destigmatize the word idiot next? "Yes, Timothy, that man is an idiot, and there's nothing wrong with that."
But privately, your child might say something like, "Hey, that person who checked us out at the store was so fat." And in that context, it might be fine to say, "Yeah, that person was fat. People come in all shapes and sizes."
Well, if you want to explain why that person is fat, I wouldn't use the explanation of "people come in all shapes and sizes." The stork didn't drop them from the sky that way. Such is my understanding of where human beings come from. All right, and that was the end of that. Thank you very much for enlightening us once again, Aubrey Hoff, PhD. I disagree with that one. If your kid is in the store calling somebody fat, I think the classic, like, "Hey, keep it down, that's not nice, Timmy," will do just fine. Calling people fat is still an insult, even if a few of you went online and started trying to embrace the term. The average person does not want to be called that, and the average person is not embracing that term. What do you think about all the clips we just watched? What was the craziest one? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Please click the like button. 1 like equals 1 mustache comb. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.